No, it's so great to be here in New York. I actually took a bus here from Texas, so shout out to Greg Abbott for that ticket. It's been great. It's true though, my name is Coby, but my real name is Jacoby, always gone by Coby, and that's a tough name to have when you're 5'11", you look like this. Like if anything, I look like Shia LaBeouf if he was Jewish. Like a Shiva LaBeouf. Or on days like today where it's super humid out, my hair will poof out and I look like Lord Farquaad. If he was an immigrant, you know. That's actually how I got on that bus right here. But so I'm 27, and getting old's kind of tough, you know. Like you gotta start paying for everything, right? You know, you pay rent, pay taxes, pay health care. Like, brother, I got ADHD, you know, I struggle to pay attention most of the time. And, you know, another thing that's really tough about 27 is I feel like I'm both too old and too young to have been on the Epstein flight logs. Like, some of the names are insane, but like, you'd never see anybody my age like Pete Davidson or Timothy Shamalalagu, whatever the fuck is that guy. No, the insane list, you see like your obvious ones like Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton. But Stephen Hawking? I mean, talk about a sleeper pick. Who's next? Kermit the Frog? Of course, at that point, he'd go by a street name, Kermit the Dog. Come on, I don't know, she was doing it earlier, but I got a little fun. No, but can you imagine the emotions rolling through Stephen Hawking's mind when he first set foot on that island? Well, I mean, not set foot, but when he rolled up on that island. I bet he nearly fell out of his chair with excitement. And look, the man created the theory of everything. Like, he's one of the top scientific minds of his generation. And I personally have a few theories of everything he was doing on that island. Wasn't snorkeling, no. But the fact that Hot Wheel Hawking was a frequent flyer, to me it says a lot about Epstein, right? I mean, we can all agree that Epstein's a bad guy, right? The fact that his island was wheelchair accessible? I mean, I feel like we got to give credit where credit's due. I'm not even sure the U.S. Capitol is ADA compliant. I thought the only difference between U.S. Capitol and Epstein's island was, well, one's for minor invasions, the other's for invading minors. But I guess I'll add handicap parking in that list. And look, I'm used to seeing Jeffy Bear with models, but seeing him as a model for inclusivity? Not on my 2024 bingo card, no. OJ died and wasn't on my 2024 bingo card. I mean, of all the heinous things that people think he did or didn't do, the one that I find the craziest is that his final wish when he died was to be buried in a custom Armani suit. He was obsessed with it, you know, it was the only thing he wanted when he died. And he even tried it on when he was still alive. Said it fit like a glove. I mean, I thought it was a size too small personally, but enough about my childhood heroes. I got married really young, which I recognize is not the trendy thing anymore, but I do recommend getting married really young, particularly if you love living a life of regret. My wife, she's incredible, but you know, like, I wouldn't say marriage is 50-50 all the time. Like, you know, we'll split chores up, like she cooks and I'll do the dishes. But the problem is she cooks like she doesn't do the dishes. Like, I'm no expert, but using 3 bowls, 2 cutting boards, and a blender to make PB&Js seems a little excessive. And like I said, she's amazing, but her beige flag would be her movie watching etiquette. We'll be watching a movie together for the first time, and then I'll introduce a new character. And immediately, without hesitation, she will turn to me and go, "Who's that?" As if I read the script beforehand. Because apparently when I'm not spending time with her or absolutely crushing it on stage like I am now, I'm greenlighting scripts for Christopher Nolan. And, you know, even watching television can be a struggle sometimes because I assume, like most of you, she likes to be on her phone when we watch TV. Like, I remember we were about halfway through this first season of Love Island, and I swear to God, she looks up from TikTok and goes, "I don't really understand what's going on." And I sympathize with her, I really do, because I too wouldn't understand what's going on if I wasn't watching the television show. I mean, it's like taking Helen Keller to Coachella. Oh, we were cool with the Epstein stuff, but I show Helen Keller a good time and go, oh. It's like taking Helen Keller to Coachella. Of course she's gonna have questions. She too has no idea what's going on. Y'all are gonna like this last one. My wife, she's a warrior. Not like, oh, warrior, but she like worries about everything. A few years ago, we took our honeymoon to Hawaii, and I was dying to go on this helicopter tour so we could role play the rich couple from the White Lotus. Maybe then she'd get the plot. But she was terrified that something terrible was gonna happen. She was like, what if the pilot makes a hard turn and I fall out of the helicopter? It did get me thinking. Did I renew her life insurance? I did, but that's not the point. The point is, the only way I was able to get her on board was I sat her down, and I looked her right in the eyes, and I assured her that everything was going to be okay. And honestly, if you think about it, the odds of 2 Cobys? It's unlikely. It's unlikely. I'm Coby Talley. Thank you guys so much. Keep it up for your host, Noah.